What a game of emotions. That's saying the least. One thing is for sure, when the Knicks and the Celtics play each other this season, it is emotional. I mean that in every sense of the word. Both teams are in a similar spot right now where they believe they should be one way, but they're playing the other. They just aren't sure who they are this season. I'm talking about both teams, whether you're talking about the Celtics or the Knicks. Yesterday, Evan Fournier, actually every time we play the Celtics, Evan Fournier wakes up for the occasion. The man had 41 points after scoring 0 points in the previous game. And I'm not even going to be haters. He can't talk about the amount of points he gave up, because what's important is he put up 41 points. And without those 41 points, we don't have the opportunity for this moment by the 9 boss, Broadway Barrett, bad man Barrett, to do nothing else besides seal the deal in this way.
Finds Barrett, get a shot up. This is for the win. Oh, it's good! Off the window! RJ Barrett!
I was hyped. I woke up a damn kid, but he was sleeping peacefully. I had to watch the game in the dark because my man was right next to me sleeping, and I'm watching this game, and I was doing good. I was standing, I was doing my pacing, but when this shot went in,
1, 2, 3.
I lost it, and he woke up. He gave me one of these. He was sleeping in his bed, and he gave me one of these like, Dad, shut up. Not even exaggerating. That's literally what he did. His hand just came up and his face got all upset. But it's not about that. It's about RJ Barrett and the New York Knicks coming out and winning this game. And it's more than just the 41 piece that Evan Fournier went out there and presented after a 0-point outing. I feel like I need to keep mentioning this. He had 3 points in the game before, then 0 points, and then 41. 41. Do you understand the leap that you get? That's like you drowning and all of a sudden you just a full-fledged professional swimmer. Like, it's incredible. RJ Barrett's shot was great, but we had other moments because without Emmanuel Quickley and Julius Randle, there was no RJ Barrett shot. But we also have to talk about something else with Julius Randle. Y'all booed him, didn't you? I mean, I heard the boos in the crowd, and he didn't like that because once the comeback started, he thumbs down the crowd, and people are feeling that type of way. Should he be doing that? Shouldn't he just be taking it? Which way do I stand? We're going to talk about it. Run the intro. What's going on, CK Crew? It's your boy CK2K. Welcome back to another video. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Do not forget to like this video. You know the vibe. Go and join the Discord where the conversations continue. And you know, whenever content by yours truly is up, that you find it out first and foremost on the Discord, as well as streams and comedic videos over on my CK TV channel. There's CK everywhere. You just gotta look. Let's get into this game. As I mentioned, the Celtics and the Knicks have been on this kind of spiral all year because you don't know which team you're gonna get. At one moment, the Knicks are looking like they did the on Tuesday, where you got your 2 best players are out there playing like your 2 best players, providing you 62 points, and you're thinking that you're at the top of the world. You can have some of these other players have off nights because your 2 best players are holding it down. So you're thinking that this is what it's gonna be, but then you have other nights where you ain't getting nothing from him. And last night almost became one of those nights because RJ Barrett was shooting. He was building a damn second house in New York after how he was shooting in this entire game. He kept challenging Robert Williams, and I'm just there looking at this screen. I'm like, RJ, you're my guy, but Robert Williams is not the one. Stop trying, or give him a pump fake, something. He kept trying him, and I feel like that's a majority why his shooting percentage was what it was. He wasn't really taking much other shots. He had that one nice midi and here, there, everywhere, but yeah, it just was not a great shooting night for RJ. And it started out to be something like that as well for Julius Randle, but then he turned it around in that second half, which is the reason why we were even in this game. But before we talk about those 2 guys, I only mentioned them because of the games they had previously. You got to give some love to Evan Fournier. And, you know, I'm gonna stay on the same energy. I don't care if he has a game like last night or the game prior. My energy is, I'm not a big Evan Fournier fan, but look, you gotta show some love for a guy that is going to make sure he shows up to bust the team that he played for before and make sure he busts their ass every single time he played them. I wish he played that way against the Magic as well. It's all good. It's better when we beat the Celtics anyways than the Magic. It's just, I'm still a little salty about those losses against the Magic. That's all it is. But Evan Fournier, he went out there 41 points and he was a demon with 10 threes, 9-10 threes in the game, tying for a Knicks record. Like, that's insanity. He came from 0 points. He couldn't get 1 3-point shot on Tuesday. He's getting paid all this money. He plays a big amount of minutes when he is out there. Maybe he doesn't play the fourth quarter, fine, but he's a guy that's a part of the regular rotation, and he came off of a 3-point night and then a 0-point night and then goes and scores 41. That is the definition of inconsistency. But what's important is he did it in that game where we needed to win, because we need to beat these kind of teams, whether they are a bubble team or whether they are a playoff contending team. The Celtics are a team that you never know which one you're going to get. The Celtics could go off on a run and be a top team in the East in a week, or they can just continue to be on this roller coaster that they are, and then we can take advantage. Now, we play them again on Saturday. Like I said, this is a game that we have to win. We got to win every game we can get. Right now, we're a game under 500. Hopefully, Evan Fournier goes off for another crazy night. We see a better production throughout the entire game out of Julius and RJ Barrett, and we have another win on Saturday, putting us at 500. But you got to give credit where credit is due, and Evan Fournier offensively at the very least was great. I mean, defensively he wasn't the best, because I felt like after he would make a shot, there were some moments where you saw him challenging Jason Tatum pretty solidly, but for the most part, after he would make a bucket, he would give up a bucket. But I'm not going to sit here and be negative about it. You score 41 points, that is a certified bucket getter, and even though he probably did give up as many points as he scored 41. That's crazy. But like I mentioned before, the big shot of the night from RJ Barrett, there would be no possibility of that shot if there wasn't the third and fourth quarter that we got from Immanuel Quickley and Julius Randle. Like I mentioned at the top, there was a point where it was getting so bad for not even just Julius Randle, but for the Knicks. We were down by 25 points and the crowd started to boo, because that's just how Knicks fans are. We are a passionate bunch. We don't like the production that you're giving us on the court, so we're going to be upset about it. And then on top of all that is against none other than the Celtics. We going to feel a type of way. So then the boo birds came out, and Julius Randle didn't like that too much. So then now we're on this comeback led by Immanuel Quickley and Julius Randle, and then this moment showed up. This moment right here you're seeing where Julius Randle dropped a little thumbs down to the crowd as the crowd got excited about this bucket that Julius Randle was giving. My instant thought when I saw that was, oh yeah, that's for us. But then, you know, as it kept going, he's getting hyped up and he's hyping up with the crowd and stuff as the lead kept coming down. I'm like, okay, maybe that was a thumbs down for the Celtics, but in the back of my mind, I knew the entire time that thumbs up was for us. And then it got confirmed in a post game when he was asked what was a thumbs down for. He straight up told us. So then now this has Knicks fans upset, and it's crazy because this is coming off of a very emotional and back and forth game, but a game where I felt like we're giving Julius Randle some love, because this is the Julius Randle that I've at least been missing. I can only speak for myself right now. Social media is all kinds of ways. They probably still feel like they want to trade him in this, that, and the third, but this Julius Randle is the guy that I've been wanting to see all year. A Julius Randle that looked like he wants to win, a guy that wants to be on the court, a guy that wants to play. The Julius Randle he looked like he's been sleepwalking. I mean, shout out to Allen Hunt. That's the best way to put it. He looked like he's just going through the motions. I've seen in so many plays miss a shot, and in the following play defensively, he's just standing and watching. This game, he was in tune, at the very least in that second half, in tune on both sides. And that's the Julius Randle that we are expecting on a night-to-night basis. Of course, you're going to have off nights. I get that. But when you are supposed to be the high-paid guy, the number one, the former all-star for this team, the very least is got to be expected of you on a night-to-night basis. You know that they got to provide. You know what I'm saying? So to me, this whole sensitivity of him feeling the type of way, it does bother me a little bit. You shouldn't be worried about us. Like, yes, it's going to be annoying. You're hearing this, that, and the third, and, you know, you're seeing the media, and there are stupid ass fans that take it too far. And then, you know, when you're just having a simple moment with your family and they're going too far, like those kind of things, I understand can get under your skin. But in a moment like that, in a game like that, when you are making a comeback from 25 points, and you're about to come back and then you ultimately win that game and you're worried about us. I don't understand that mindset. Yeah, after the fact, then I'll be like blasting like, yeah, you know, all these Twitter like Knicks hater 212 and stuff like that, like those kind of guys, like, yeah, I'll be feeling the type of like, yeah, screw you kind of thing, sure. But in the moment of the game, that's not what's on my mind, especially not at home in the Garden. Now, I'm not gonna go in as critical as him as, you know, this is classless and this, that, and third. Nah, he's an emotional dude. We understand that. Whatever it takes for you to play that aggressive every single night, if it's your anger against us, fine. Knicks fans can build somebody up. We will call you MVP. Like, we don't care if you're in Atlanta, in this place. If you're playing a certain way, Julius Randle, you're playing a certain way, knowing damn well that you are not an MVP. You can be playing against Giannis Antetokounmpo or LeBron James, Steph Curry, but you're playing a certain type of way for a year and for how in a certain set of games. We gonna vibe with you and we gonna rock and die for you. That's just how this city is. Whether we know you are an MVP or not, in our minds, you're our MVP, and we gonna chant MVP regardless of who we're playing. The same way that if you gonna play bad, we gonna make sure you hear that you playing bad. If we're able to build you up the same way that we're gonna, unfortunately, you know, give you criticism. I'm not gonna say tear you down, because we're not tearing you down, because we still want to see you back at a certain place. At least the majority of us want to see you go back to what you were doing last year. But if we're gonna build you up, you also gotta be ready for the criticism if you're not gonna be playing at that level. Regardless of whatever it is that's keeping you from playing from that level, that's just how these fans are gonna be. So if you're gonna be there and take the praise and, you know, take the crown of New York, you're hearing, you know, Fat Joe say this about you and all these, you know, all of us showering your praise and stuff like that, and you're eating it up, then on the other side, you can't cry about it because we booed you because you were down 25 in a game. All that being said, overall in this game, Julius Randle was huge for us. He was a big part of this comeback. 41 points from Evan Fournier was great. That just kept us afloat. Imagine where we would have been without Evan Fournier's 41. But Immanuel Quickley and Julius Randle in that third and fourth quarter were the reason why we came back in this game to begin with. Yes, as well as some of those big threes by Evan Fournier. Right. But I'm saying there was some charge, like for Julius Randle to take charge, to get aggressive. There was a play where he took down both Robert Williams and Grant Williams. He took down the Williams brothers in one play where they both were on the floor. Like, the hell just happened? Like, all I'm saying is, like, I get it. I understand you're feeling the type of way because you've been hearing something all season long, but we gonna tear you apart. We gonna let you hear it the same way that we gonna build you up. You heard the MVP chants last year. You're not hearing that so much this year. There's a reason for that. So all I'm saying is, don't worry about us, Julius. Don't worry about us. The minute you start going back to playing even at least just close to that level of what you played last year, the talks and everything you've been hearing about will die down. There's still going to be a lot of haters feeling one way or another, but for the most part, all the hate that you've been getting for the most part will die down, because if you're giving us production and consistent production like you did last year or something similar to that, we're not going to be worried about that. What you need to worry about is what's going on the court night in, night out. Don't just wait for moments to all of a sudden decide to spark up. Spark up every single game. If you're the number one guy, LeBron James doesn't need that much hyping up to go ahead and play a game. He goes out there and makes sure that he knows that I'm trying to win tonight. I'm going to do it any way I can. RJ Barrett and Evan Fournier were singing your praises post game when they're trying to get a comment on Julius Randle.
Plays basketball. I mean, he had another 20-point game tonight. So, you know, so he's playing, man. He's hooping no matter what. So I think all we can control is what we do. You know, us in the locker room, us in this organization. But
all that to be said, with everything happening from Fournier's 41, from Quickley's, you know, back-to-back threes, the floater, all the stuff that Quickley did, and then Julius Randle taking over the game in that third and fourth quarter, it all came down to two plays. The Knicks were up by 2 points. It was 105-103. We have RJ Barrett on Jason Tatum. RJ Barrett put him in prison the first time they played. Jason Tatum figured it out a little bit in these last two outings, and Tatum hit him with a good shot. So now the game is tied. Everyone's expecting it to go to overtime, but not if Mr. Broadway Barrett has anything to say about it. 1.5 on the clock, and I know I probably already played this at least several times in this video, but I'm playing it again.
Finds Barrett. Get a shot up. This is for the win. Oh! It's good! Off the window! RJ Barrett
I can't believe it. We needed this. We needed this. Another person that's been getting a lot of hate from some of these fair weather Knicks fans. Another person that's getting that hate, especially in the game where he's not shooting well. And I'm over there. I'm going in on RJ Barrett. That's my guy. Favorite player on the team. But I'm still going to go in if you're not shooting the damn ball after you've been playing the way you've been playing. I said in my last video, I need consistency. I'm still going to rock with you forever, and I'm still going to fight the battles for you. But you got to give me something back. And last night was turned into one of those games where he's not giving me nothing back when I'm out here fighting a good fight, telling you that RJ Barrett is good. But then he hits that game-winning shot. But like I said, I feel like the main thing for me coming from this game was not just Evan Fournier's 41. That's huge, but it's almost expected when it comes to playing Celtics. Let me see how that trickles into more 20-point, 19-point, 17-point, like more of those type of games throughout the season against everyone else. Like, it's good to average 33 points against the Celtics. Like, that's dope. But we don't play the Celtics 82 times. I never expected you to be a 20-point per game shooter. I know a lot of people were really thinking that was going to be a thing. I just didn't see that coming. But if you can give me at the very least a 17, 16 points per game, that to me is you doing your job. I don't think you ever were worth this contract. So don't tell me like, oh, but he's being paid this much to only give you. Well, look, he shouldn't be getting paid that much in the first place. Evan Fournier on this team, though, contract be damned, whether it's $2 million to whatever he's getting paid right now. To me, I feel like on this team, Evan Fournier is a 15 to 17 point per game shooter, and I think that's the very least we should be asking from him. So it's nice to get this 41, but keep the consistency, Fournier. That's all I'm asking for. But the point of the matter is we won. We won this game. One game under 500. We play them again on national TV again on Saturday. How do we come out of that game? Are we going to keep this streak going? Do we see Julius Randle become aggressive from the start? Does he need any more boosting up to be aggressive, or can he just play that way from the jump every game from here on out? RJ Barrett, will he understand Robert Williams is not your friend? Stop giving him easy blocks. Throw a pump fake in there. And Evan Fournier, are we expecting another 40 piece, or are we going to get another 30 piece? What is going to happen in this game? Craziness. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and also make sure you go check out CKTV, join the Discord, all of that stuff. But I want to know what you guys are thinking about everything I mentioned in this video, from Julius Randle to the Evan Fournier consistency and this, that, and the third. But it was an emotional game, crazy game, and we came out with a dub. That's what's most important. All right, y'all, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Let's get it. Like I said my piece, but now it's time for you to say yours. I'm listening to you guys in the comments. I'm out of here. See you guys in the next one. Peace.
Cold pizza Tuesday. I got food up in the fridge. Y'all keep looking for that new way. I think I like it how it is.